Hello, in this video I'm gonna show you how to enable hidden developer options on Realme 14T. Before we begin, I need to warn you that though these settings are pretty great and you can customize some hidden features and find some actual hidden things that you wouldn't even think were possible, if you don't feel comfortable with it, with changing settings that are pretty advanced, then don't enable that. And also just change in this developer options, there will be lots of settings. And most of them are hard to understand. And if you don't understand a setting, what it means, then don't change it, because you may break something in your system. So you need to be extra careful with that. But there are for sure some things that you may like. And also it is important that if you have children that use your phone, then think about it twice before you enable it, because if your children accidentally go to the developer options, they may also break something. So please make extra sure that you just use it carefully. And to do it, go to the settings, then scroll all the way down and find about device. Then find the version and click on version number 7 times. You may get asked about your screen lock, but I don't have one, so I wasn't asked about that. Then once it's enabled, go to system and update, and you'll see developer options which have just been enabled. And I'm gonna show you a few settings that I know that I understand, and I'm just gonna show you them. So for example, you get the do not use lock screen. What it means is that if I enable it, if I lock the phone and lock it, it goes straight into the home screen. The lock screen gets disabled. But if you have a screen lock, then it won't be asked. So it is not the most secure setting. It's great if you have an Android, like your phone isn't really, like you don't carry it with you, it's your work phone, for example, and it's always in the office and you don't have any private data on it. Then you may want to have it here. You also may want to have keep screen on while charging. This setting is quite logical. Then let's get to another things. You can see there's lots of it, and most of them I just don't really understand. There's the show refresh rate, so it just shows you the current refresh rate. So if you have an adaptive one, it'll change between 60 and 120 depending on what you're doing on your phone at the moment. System tracing, you can enable that, and it'll record system activity and you can analyze it, and it'll analyze it later to improve performance. So you can enable that if you want. Then mobile data always active. If you enable it, it will drain some battery, but it will make your mobile data active even when Wi-Fi is active. So it will allow you for faster network switching. Now we're about to get to some like visual stuff. For example, show taps. You may notice that underneath my finger there is a tap shown. So it's great, especially if you're sharing your screen somewhere, and like on your TV, for example, and if you want the taps to be shown, or if you're recording your screen. But in screen recording, I believe that that option is just can be enabled from there, just temporarily as you're recording the screen. Then the animation scale. This is the setting that most of the people actually change if they go to the developer options. So I'm gonna change the window animation scale only, but I don't really understand the difference between these three. So what I do is change all of these three, but if I change the window animation scale, then it's still gonna show me some difference. So if I set it to a higher value, then it'll make the animation slower. See, now they are much slower. But if I set it to a lower value than 1, for example 0.5, then it makes the animation faster. And if I set it to off, then everything happens immediately. But I don't really like the no animation look, so I'd rather have it on 0.5. So you can just set it for all of these, and that's what it does. Then the smallest width, you can change it, but make sure not to change it too far. And it's also great to remember the default value before changing it. You can write it down somewhere, because it doesn't always, not always there is a chance to recover it automatically. And if you set it to a higher value, then the elements on the screen will appear smaller. So if I set it to 500, then you can see it sort of works as a tablet view. I mean, on a tablet you'll see the elements to be so wide and short, right? So if I even set it to 600, I don't know if I can set it so far. Yes, then it even more is even more tabletish. That so it has this in the center, and on the sides there are just blank, just like on a tablet, right? And if you set it to, and the keyboard also is tabletish. But if you set it to a smaller value, like I had 360 by default, so let's set it to 320, then the elements will be much bigger. Now I need to find that option back, and I'm gonna set it to the default value because I think it's just about right. And then there is the transparent navigation bar, which I haven't found working, honestly, but maybe it's just that I don't understand it or haven't tested it out too much. And I think that these are the options that I know by myself. So if you know any other, then you can change them. But besides that, these are the ones that you can change. That's all for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.